he's right up there just because of who he is as a player and as like a teammate. And obviously he needs to win one to be like a top two or number one. Like that's the thing.
I was gonna say if he got two like Frazier, right? Then you
Oh
could then you could say
I think
shit.
he's
if
I
the
he
think
best
just got
Knick
I
of
think
all
one,
he
I
just
think
time,
needs
if he
right?
just
one,
gets
bro.
this one, he's GOAT.
That's it.
Hits and hoop season.
Welcome to Hits and Hoops. I'm Tyler as always, and I'm here with my give and go partner Chicho. What's good?
Dímelo, papi.
We
I
got
usually do a
Common.
UK. Hold on, my fault. I usually do a UK accent. I'm gonna switch it up. Shout out my PR people, my DR people. Dímelo, papi, que la hay.
Okay, okay. Connor in the corner was good.
What's the word, fellas?
Today is one of my favorite episodes of the year. We're going
Facts.
from the conference finals from the East and West in the NBA to the finals. Preview of the Knicks Spurs matchup, and also we're going to get into a little bit of legacy talk and some big NFL trades have just happened in the last
Mm.
48 hours. So we're going to dabble into all that, but just make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, IG, TikTok, Spotify, and YouTube as always. We are on Apple also. Numbers have been great. Appreciate y'all for watching. But yo, I'm diving right into this, and I want to start. We'll start with the Spurs OKC Western Conference Finals. Went seven
Classic.
games. 7 games. Dixon, I'm gonna start with you. What did you think of this series?
I knew this shit was a classic from game one. You start off the series like that with the, double overtime, Wemby's like 40-20 game. I knew it was going to be historic. And it was kind of reminding me of like the Cavs Warriors series in terms of like they were just blowing each other out back and forth. And
Mm-hmm.
then like every third game was like a super close competitive game. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how that Cavs Warriors series went back in 2016. But classic series, I try to watch as much of it as I could. I was definitely locked in. Um I think it was, the making of a legend in Wemby. So and also, I think, OKC's injuries caught up to them. As deep as they are, they needed Jay Will in that series bad.
Yeah, he was so crucial to that championship
Yo, my
last year.
man scored 40 in the finals last year. Like people forget, like
He
he was
rose to the
hooping.
occasion for sure.
He was
For sure.
exactly.
Connor, what do you think of that? What do you think of this 7 games?
Yeah, I mean, what a classic. Well, I mean, probably one of the better series I think we've seen in a few years, I think. Just kind of the back and forth and the big moments were huge. We had that game one, which was nuts. And I think Wemby averaged like 27 and 11 and 3, like just another masterclass. But it's cool to see the Spurs bench is so deep and you know, they look really good, man. They look really, really good. I mean, OKC obviously was a great team, but just didn't have everyone healthy, and that's huge when it comes to those kind of series.
One of the things I really loved about this series was OKC set the tone in the first game, and for the Spurs to pull it off, to steal one, not only the first game, but the first game in OKC to steal that and go coming off that game, OKC being off for so long and having to jump to that next level, with no warning from the Spurs. They both it felt what it felt like, especially defensively, would throw haymakers at each other, and they would almost it
Heavyweight
was almost
battle.
like a your turn, my turn, and then the teams that won were the teams that never let up throughout the rest of the game because there was, I think it was game two, it was back to the intensity, and they just couldn't. The Spurs couldn't match them the whole game, and that's why OKC won. Then it flips. So one thing I really loved about this is seeing the team that won last year, right? Great team. This young team matched that energy of that great team, and
Nah, they didn't just match that energy.
they But
They overdid that
they put the
energy.
foot on the neck at the end
Yeah, yeah.
because
Because like
hey,
that's the
like you
reason
said,
they
they got
won. I
blown
think
out.
talent wise, I think they were the same. Even injuries and all, I think players on the court they were the same. But San Antonio just had that dog in them, bro. OKC didn't want none of that. They didn't want none of that, bro. They all dogs over there in San Antonio. And I told you I wouldn't be crazy. Like the man is diabolical crazy in a good way. And I told you if
Mhm.
you want to be all time great, you got to be that. A la Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, all those guys. So, can we talk about Chet Holmgren?
Of course we can. One of the big, I mean, he's supposed to be a number two, number three at worst, and he was a number zero,
Like I feel like
especially later in the series.
I think people are even downplaying this, bro, because to me, this is like right up there with Ben Simmons versus the Atlanta Hawks in those playoffs.
So you think he had a brain fart, not a playing fart,
Fam,
play
he
fart.
never went at Wemby once. I was watching closely. Anytime he got the ball and Wemby was on him, Tyler, he didn't look at the basket.
Yo, you love toxicity, don't you? You love that little
Bro,
beef
I'm
that.
telling you what I watched. This shit was bad,
All
bro.
right.
Like for an NBA professional, all NBA player to get visibly shooken up, because that's one thing you'll never expect from an NBA player. It could be the last guy on the bench. If he's open from three, he's most likely gonna hit. And if he's not gonna hit, it's because the shot was off. It wasn't a mental thing. So when you see those mental breakdowns, Ben Simmons, Markel Fultz, and now this, I'm putting this up there with that. Right, fam, I haven't seen nobody get bitched like this in a while. This was bad.
He,
This
I
was
just feel like
all
he changed his
time
game.
bad, bro.
Hmm.
Stats wise, impact wise, body language, all of it was terrible. And I was rooting for Chet. I was like, Chet, get yours, bruh. Like, show some backbone, show some resilience. He did not want none of that. And my thing is, Wemby's not going nowhere. So what are you gonna do moving forward? This isn't a fixable thing, is it?
Yeah, it is. He's a young player.
Oh, he
Chet's
got
still very young.
nah, he gonna have to go lock in. I don't know who the goons are over there in Oklahoma, but he gotta tap in.
I think he'd be straight. Connor, what'd you think of Chet's performance?
I mean, you go into the biggest, stretch of, to be a back-to-back champion at any level is crazy. And he went out there and put up 10 and 7. He put up, you know,
Two shot
Knicks
attempts, game
bench
seven.
player. Two, I look at it like this. Wemby and him have had that beef for a long time. Wemby went to go with the monks. He's dribbling a basketball up a hill. He's got the weights in the pool.
He met with
He's doing,
KG.
he was with KG. And I think that, I don't know if it's like an American versus internet. I feel like international players have just more will for to be a champion. Like they want it more. It means more to him. Like we saw what happened when, Wemby, they're going to the finals, he's crying, he's grabbing everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Chet was just like every time he touched the ball, he's like, nah, I'm good. It looked like it was Muhammad Ali versus a middle schooler. Like
It was
it didn't matter
crazy.
what happened. Chet didn't wanted zero part of that game.
He lost all confidence in his
All
ability.
of it. It was never there in that game. And it's sad to see because, like, mentally that can really mess with a player.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Nick
Like
Anderson,
career
the
wise,
90s.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I think we got to start, factoring that in. Hopefully he'll bounce back, but this
Send
was
him to
tough to watch.
Dagestan 2 or 3 years, man. Send
He's
him,
still
bring him
young, though.
back.
Please
Like I said,
send
he's
him
still
to
young.
Diamond Gym 2, 3 years and forget.
Chill, chill.
Come
They
on.
break his ass. Man, I'd
Set him
break
up
his
with
ass.
Unk and them, bruh.
um, so
Fuck.
let me shine a little bit of light on OKC though, because they had, like you said, injuries. They had people not show up. But let's say Shea, talking about Shea in this series, he played his ass off.
Mhm.
He,
Offensively, he was still a
he
sniper.
was still flopping his ass off, though.
Okay, let me get to that though. Let me get to that. when it needed to count though, to keep them in game, especially 6 and 7, to keep
Yes,
them
sir.
in the game,
Yes, sir.
he stopped with the flopping. Game 6 specifically, stopped with the flopping. And I heard a stat. He falls on the floor 25% of his shots. And I was like, there's just no way. I thought that to myself when I heard that. When I watched game 5, I said, holy shit, this is worse than I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Like I've watched plenty of OKC,
But once you pay attention to
or
it,
when I'm like paying attention to it, like I'm watching SGA the whole time. I'm like, whoa, this is alarming. But other than that, like when especially a shooter, right? We've all had stretches in our career of basketball, at least when you splash a net, the swish of a net, SGA has the best one. The snap of the net when his shot goes through is is like basketball porn when you hear that. And I
it's
mentioned this to both
automatic.
of you. I'll text this to both of y'all. Just I think it was game 3 at one point. There's 3 things in life that are guaranteed, and it's death, taxes, and SGA's mid range. He's automatic. It's weird when he doesn't make it. Does anybody want to share that spotlight on SGA? Because I know Dixon, you're waiting for the flopping.
No, he was still flopping like crazy, and he did play great in those later games, but overall, as a series, he didn't play well.
He
Compared
carried
to
them.
his MVP self, compared to his regular season stats, he was down in every category. Compared to last year, he was worse too. So I would say he played as good as he could, but that San Antonio defense was insane. So I'm
Mhm.
not even going to fault him too much because he was the only one on his team, but I also got to keep it real. I know he didn't play up to his own standards. He said it after every game. But when it mattered, like you said, game 6, game 7, he was special.
Yeah,
So shout
Connor,
out
what do you think
SJ.
about SGA?
Yeah, no, I think he had the second largest point drop from like an MVP season to the
Oh,
next
really?
season. That was like 20, that was like 32 to 25, I think it was. It was since Larry Bird, I think it was. So, I mean, definitely not the same player, but obviously points don't equal wins sometimes or MVPs. But I think that game 7, I think I looked, I was at Flanagan's and I looked up, I think I saw the Thunder down like 17 or 18. I said, oh my God, not one of these games.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, I just kept looking up, and I was like, okay. And all of a sudden, they were up 1. And I was like, what just happened? But
yeah,
watching that game back again, just seeing what SGA could do when he stays on his feet is special. It's not something you see often. Like we're blessed with a lot of great basketball players, but I think what he does with the mid range and how he kind of carries the team is something that we don't see very often. And it sucks to him go out like that, but somebody's got to lose, and it was them.
He be hitting
yeah.
those contested middies too.
Yo,
Hmm.
but it's nothing. He gets to a spot and it could be fade away. I mean,
He does that little signature push off step back, and it's wrap,
that shit he did
and
on
it's a wrap.
Wemby was crazy.
Anytime he
Mm.
ISO to Wemby, it was
Oh my
barbecue
god, that
chicken.
was
That
crazy.
that was dope. That was super dope.
Um,
Shout out Alex Caruso too. Hell
legacy
of a
game, right?
series. Hell of
Yeah.
a series. Oh,
There was one point where I kind of knew that wow, the Spurs actually beat them. It was less than 2 minutes in game 7, and Shea had to had to carry the team to a certain point before he needed help. And I think SGA got a rebound on the left wing of the 3 point line, and he drove and Wemby was there. And I thought to myself when it was happening, this is an SGA moment. This if he makes this shot, floater, hezzy spin, whatever, everything he has in his arsenal on Wemby at this moment, we have a real conundrum right here because it would change the whole game. He drove, had the move, and passed the ball out without looking at the rim. That's when I said, all right, Spurs won. Because if your MVP doesn't make a play at that moment,
one of the
it's the
times he
flip.
drove and Wemby got his ass too. Blocked
Yeah,
him.
I mean, but there was, countless times where SGA just pulled magic out of his ass
in the
and got
midi.
it over him. Yeah, yeah. Last question I'm gonna ask you guys about this series: if Jay Will was playing, would they have won? Playing well, he did play what game 4, and he was just out of rhythm. You could
Give me
tell
Jay
watching.
Will and give me AJ Mitchell healthy all series. I think they could have won. I
I
think they could have
definitely
won.
think they could have won. Connor, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they could have won, but then it's like 6-1, half a dozen the other. Like, does Caruso have those big games then if he's not
Exactly.
playing as many minutes, he's not putting up as many shots, but then does it take pressure off of Chet? Does he be a little bit more aggressive? It's the beauty of sports. We'll literally never know. But I think if I had a bet, I would have taken, I would have taken OKC if they were healthy for sure.
I thought they
Going to,
had a
s-
better bench too. Casey Wallace,
Hmm.
Jared McCain,
I
Caruso, they
mean,
all went crazy.
Yeah.
honestly, if AJ and Jay Will played, Caruso wouldn't have had to have a 30-point game.
Right, right.
It just wouldn't have happened. And plus, when you have Jay Will that can guard pretty much 1 through 4, right? And you have AJ that can guard 1 through 4 at a high level. You can't. Some of the players can't hide because you have no one to hide on when everybody's in. But going to San Antonio, want to give them their flowers. Super young team. Who on this team surprised you the most, other than Wemby? Because obviously Wemby, that was freak of nature, but the team definitely deserves their flowers, especially in Game 7. Connor, I'm gonna start with you.
Connor.
I mean, I gotta go with my boy. Maybe I'm a little biased, but Stephon Castle, man. I mean,
Dog.
bro, I knew he was great in college. I watched him for a lot of years over there and just kind of seen him, win over there too. Like, just could take over a game. And the spotlight was never too big. The game was never too big for him. Um, just played out of his mind. And at the right time, the thing is, when you see these teams win championships, like it's like those good players have great stretches in the most important times of the year. And he's on a heater right now, in my opinion, and he's killing it, man. That's my guy. So it was good to see him kind of do his thing.
Nah, I
Dixon,
was
who's your
super
favorite player
impressed.
in this win?
I was super impressed with Cassell as well. Super composed. I think he got a little bit of D Rose in him. The way he attacks the game, mentality and all that. I gotta go with Vassell.
Hmm.
Dog
Yeah, you said it
too.
right.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
bought his ass off this series, and defensively, he was locking up. Bro, Chet Holmgren got bullied by the whole team, fam. It wasn't just Wemby. He got bullied by everyone, bro, including Vassell. When I seen Vassell block Chet and start trash talking him, I'm like, oh, San Antonio got this series. Like this is like a mentality advantage type thing. Because OKC, they nice guys. They do TikTok dances and shit. Super talented, but I'm just saying it's different.
for me, it was Dylan Harper. I mean,
Hmm.
Cassell, yes, hell yeah, like he's impressed me all playoffs. But Dylan Harper, for him to be a rookie, playing how
Crazy.
efficient he plays, it's almost like every time he touches the ball, the right play is made or someone hits the
Right.
right shot. And him being 6'5", he plays a lot bigger than 6'5".
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, just something about the way he plays. And I texted this to y'all. This could be the young OKC, what we could be seeing. The Harden Westbrook
100%.
KD. It really
100%.
could be. It really could
Nah,
be.
because this team, bro, this team is early. This team not supposed to be here yet.
Yo, I saw a graphic. It said the starting Michigan Wolverines college basketball team is all older than the Spurs team. Did y'all see that?
Bro, this is like the youngest team in the league in the association, gang.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Like
I didn't
they're
know that.
they're they're early, bro. They're not supposed to be here yet. They did some like time jump shit. Same thing OKC did, but we'll see if they're ready to, finish the job.
Connor, what do you think about that? They're the new baby OKCs.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know, dude. They're all firing at the same time right now,
Yeah,
and it's crazy to see like these are. I mean, I, they're like 10 years younger than us.
yeah.
And when I think about that, I'm like,
Don't even say
golly,
that,
what were we doing
please.
at 22? Because I know I was at Adidas selling shoes, so it wasn't playing
Same,
in the
bro.
NBA Finals. So
I was
I
in the
mean,
stock room.
Yeah, stockroom. Yeah, Tyler was out there for a minute too.
Uh,
But it's crazy what they're doing, and the parallels to that OKC team is pretty wild. It's pretty wild, man.
Going to the Eastern Conference Finals, it was a domination. It was the New York Knicks dominated, and I
Again.
mean they dominated. And I know the head coach of the Cavs said that they should have won so many games analytically, but when you look at the score for real, they dominated them. They were just the Cavs were not up for a fight, and New York was fucking punching with brass knuckles the whole time. Connor, I know you loved it. Talk
This
to
is
me.
all you, bro.
I could go on for hours right now. But I mean, to be a fan that watched Chris Duhon, these guys, Alonzo Trier, Ronaldo Balkman, like guys that nobody even knows. And I was getting hyped on a Thursday at 7:30 to watch Lou Amundsen give me 4 and 5.
Hell
You
yeah.
Oh
know,
Lord.
it's amazing to watch. And it's so funny you brought up, I mean, the coach, the team, we took their soul game one.
That's
Took
what
their
happened.
soul.
That
And
comeback.
I mean, you called, I think they called, what was it, one timeout in like a 40-8 run. And he went with he took two timeouts home with him. Like,
Mhm.
and then I think Harden said that they were the better team.
They kept
And
saying that dumb
I'm
shit,
like, yo,
bro.
you
Yeah,
guys
but
lost by
that's but
30
go ahead.
twice.
That's my issue with this Cav team. And I noticed that the first game of the playoffs, I thought I hate this team. I hate how they play. There's something like, oh, we should win this game because on paper we have plenty of guys that can do
For
it.
sure.
And then they just didn't do it. And yeah, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but it just they played with some sort of arrogance. And even I don't know if I mean we were talking about vibes earlier, like the Donovan Mitchell vibes were not vibing because we've seen Donovan every playoff run. He has those games. He has those 40-piece games. My bad, Connor. I took the shine out
No,
of
I
you.
mean, you
I
know
didn't mean to.
I mean, you got it right. And I would sit there after the game, about an hour after they'd have, player interviews, whatever. So I'd go watch, see what the Cavs were saying, just to kind of see. And Donovan's interviews were like, hey, we played well, it's just not well enough. And he was kind of like the guys like, we just got to get better. And then you get to Harden, you get to Kenny Atkinson, like these guys that, are supposed to be the leaders. And Kenny Atkinson's like, well, if we made shots, we'd win. Yeah, no shit, dude.
Holy
Like, if I was
shit.
6'10", I'd probably be in the NBA. Like, everything is analytics, this, and Harden saying we're the better team, and if we just made shots, but you didn't, man. Like, what are you gonna do to 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 change that now? And it's crazy to hear these guys like
Shoulda,
these are
coulda, woulda.
professional athletes. I mean Mitchell's a veteran now. Harden is obviously on his way out, but he's a veteran. He's played for 17,000 different teams. Like you know how this goes. You know the answers that you're supposed to say, and saying that we're the better team after getting swept and losing by 35 like twice on your
Exactly,
own
dude. Not only
court.
swept, fucking pounded. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yo.
our starters were out the game with like 8 minutes to go. Like I watched Tyler Kolek play like 13 minutes. Like it was crazy. I mean, obviously, um, loved the outcome. Obviously we won. I
Of
think it was
course,
what,
yeah.
11 straight games.
But
Um,
how are they doing this, bro? Like, are they really that fucking good, bro?
yeah, like
Yo, number one in shooting right now. We'll get
we're
to
we're
that.
the highest offensive rated team and we're the highest
Yeah.
defensive rated team too.
So
And
on both sides of the ball, just
Yeah.
there's
dominant.
never been a team to win with number one and number one. So. It's pretty crazy. I mean, everybody's playing well. Obviously, the Mitchell Robinson is where he broke his pinky. Obviously, not a huge deal, but it could be because you are guarding
When you got
Wemby.
Wemby coming up,
Yeah, but he
yeah.
couldn't shoot anyway, so let's
Can't
get your
shoot.
ass
He's not
in
gonna
there
get you.
for
But his
defense.
his
Yeah.
offense
Oh, I
is.
heard they threatening to break his legs if he don't play. Like, no, he's gonna play.
He's playing. He's gonna play with a brace
The
on.
big ass leg.
But like his thing is like his offense is pick and roll, lob,
Yeah.
dunk. So does he lose part of that because he doesn't want to? I don't know. I have no
No.
clue.
So they're
but I
playing
think
team ball with a superstar closer.
superstar. And the thing is, our bench is so strong.
The
I mean,
bench has been going
Bro,
crazy.
Shemet was 11 for 12 from three
That
against the
was a
In the
wild
Cavs.
game.
series,
I've
That was
never in the
wild.
series 11 for 12,
But
like
yo,
barely missed.
those kind of games you have to have on a championship run.
those
100%.
kind of
You have to
players,
have
yeah.
the seventh, eighth, ninth man go fucking nuclear one game, and that's part of that magic that y'all have.
Yeah.
We
I
talked
mean,
about a couple weeks ago.
yeah, we saw it with Deuce McBride. I think he was at one point, I think he was 5 for 5. I remember I was going in the chat going crazy. He went 5 for 5 from three, and he
He
made
been
like
a
three or
hooper.
four in a row.
If you know,
Yeah,
you know.
he was there's a lot of guys, Alvarado, Grand Theft Alvarado's out there. Like he might not get you 12 points, but he'll get you a steal. He'll dive. He'll fucking run up and down the court nonstop.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
there's guys coming off the bench that just it seems like they want it more. Like don't forget Cat. He's from New York. Alvarado's from New York. Um,
They're
Brunson's from
playing.
Jersey. So I
They're,
mean,
they're playing with
Yeah.
that pride.
yeah,
The what's the word? Just like the pride where they came from, and they're really fighting. It's like when foreign, like we were talking about earlier, like foreign players having this sense of pride to
yeah,
win and stuff like that. So
yeah.
yeah, that's yeah, I'm very happy for you. That's what's up.
Me too, man.
So they went 12-2 in the last, in the playoffs. They lost the first two and have 12 straight. Obviously, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but what is Jalen Brunson's legacy right now, coming from a real New York fan? Well, where are y'all at with his legacy scale?
Yeah, obviously I'm hyped up. I'm saying he's obviously not the best Nick ever, but I mean he's right there already. I know
If he
everybody's going,
wins,
yeah, I think he's already a top five Nick
yeah.
just because of how he turned a 16 win team where everybody doubted him. I know I always see these little videos on IG about how everybody's like, you brought in Jalen Brunson, and they're like, there's no way, and he's not even a top 14 guard in the league, and all of a sudden those same people are out here being like, he's the best player, blah 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 blah. So to come to a team that nobody really wanted to play for, after the Julius Randle trade and all that good stuff, it's like he brought the team to the playoffs every year. And, we were one Halliburton, bounce from,
Yeah,
the finals the other
That's
year
the
too.
thing
So it's
too.
like,
Yeah.
for him just to take a pay cut, to took a huge pay cut, to get OG his contract, Mikhail's contract, things like that. So it's like he's right up there just because of who he is as a player and as like a teammate. And obviously he needs to win one to be like a top two or number one. Like that's the thing.
I was gonna say if he got two like Frazier, right? Then you
Oh
could then you could say
I think
shit.
he's
if
the
he
best
just got
Nick
I
of
think
all
one,
he
I
just
think
time,
needs
if he
right?
just
one,
gets
bro.
this one, he's GOAT.
That's it. That's
Really?
Because
it.
people put Patrick Ewing up there. He never won one.
Yeah.
No, he was close, but I think it's like I think because it was so long ago, like it's fucking 50 over 50 years ago, we don't really give enough credit to some of those players. And I think Frazier was one of them in that time. And I
Yeah, no,
still think he could
For
be one of
sure.
them.
yeah, I mean it's like Jets fans of Joe Namath. Like
Get
Joe
their
Same
old
Namath
ass out of here. Get their old
statistically
ass out
was
of here.
just, statistically he's just like a pretty good quarterback. A lot like, you take his stats
Mid.
this year, like you're just like,
I
oh,
mean,
this is
stats when it comes to like 6 years ago, stats are irrelevant.
yeah. So it's like he was pretty good and he had that one win and like he's looked at as an immortal, obviously.
Right,
So I
right.
think it's very similar parallel to like Frazier where, obviously shit, like he's got a ring. So
Plus, I'm sure in what was it, 1963, that story probably catapulted the popularity of the NFL. That's
a
also
hundred
probably
percent.
why it's so like emphasized, especially in the history of
Yeah,
football.
absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, I put Brunson probably top three. I mean, I think it's
At
like
least top three.
Frazier, Ewing, him right now. If he wins this one, like it's Frazier and Brunson. But like I could easily see how you want to put Jalen Brunson number one if he wins, because like, how talented the NBA is now and
Very
how,
true. Yes.
tough it is to win with these super teams now and everybody wants to play
For
with their
sure.
boys and stuff like that. Like it's tough to win and stick with this team for years and then, you know, put a banner up, man. It would be yeah, it would be life changing for a lot of Knicks fans,
I'm starting to
including
realize like
myself,
Jalen
man.
Brunson, he's just a winner, bro. Like
Hmm.
when I started to look up, I'm like, damn, two national championships in college since he's been in the league, been a winner. Even when he was in the Mavericks, I think they went to the Western Conference Finals with Luca and them. But yeah, I think this guy's just one of those winner type players.
Also talking about legacy, Wemby, what's his legacy as a 22-year-old right now? First time in the playoffs, and he's in the championship.
This
What do you
Dixon
I
got to
mean,
start this off. This is his
what do
boy.
you think,
nah,
Dixon?
it's hard. It's hard to say anything now, but I think this is just the beginning of what could be, like a legend type career.
So
And I guess it'll be, I don't know. I think he'll be one of the big men they'll actually might compare to Jordan and LeBron. They usually put big men in their own category, like Shaq and Wilt and all them, but I think he'll be like a crossover where he'll be regarded as them. But this reminded me of like, when LeBron had like 25 straight versus Detroit, won that series and ended up advancing. I think that's when he played the Spurs in the finals, got whooped, but I
yeah,
think this is like the beginning of what could be a great legacy.
this is the same moment that Luca had in year three. He had that like, oh, you're a super duper star. You went far, and you went to the finals year four. I think this is like a another version of that. So I do think we are looking at
I love
something
Luca,
awesome.
but he ain't never did this.
Yeah, he did
No, he literally did it,
with the
but like,
Brunson.
no,
Yeah,
he
he
literally did
literally
it. He
did.
literally did it, but like this is different.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying he's having that moment of his
Yeah,
legacy. Like, oh, you went to the finals or Western Conference Finals and you competed. You're the reason why you competed on your team within for the first 4 or 5 years. Because
for
you
sure.
remember, like LeBron, it was like 7, 8 years before he started to have real success, and it was the whole comparison to Michael Jordan. I mean, all the great players it happens to, if it's fucking not immediate anymore, right?
The reason
Um,
Wemby's is special is because this is his first time in the playoffs. All those greats, they had to go a couple of times before they even
they
made
had
it
to
to the
fight the old
finals.
guards. And yeah, yeah,
Before they even made it to the finals.
yeah.
Wemby skipped all that.
Connor, any Wemby legacy thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, how old is he?
22.
22.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I mean, this is crazy. Um, I think that we're blessed with such a great stretch of basketball from the Steph, the LeBron, the KD, and now you have this 7'5" freak that really is a blend of LeBron, Kareem, Shaq. Like you have so many comparisons of the game, but like he's in his own class. I think he could be truly a player that is not spoke about with anybody else because he's just so different and he's just uber talented and he's just a
He's one of
genetic
one. He's one of one.
monster. Yeah, it's a one of one
Yeah.
situation. So 22-year-old, he goes, takes this team, all young kids, never been there really before. Obviously, you have the bench that's been, a couple older guys, but um, take them to the finals, and if they win, I mean, catapults him up into legacy
Yeah.
talk
That
right
yeah.
away
Yeah.
Yes,
If he
all
if he
timer.
wins, they're gonna start. Yeah, exactly.
So
already.
so I'm glad
Which is
this is
crazy.
going to transition to me into the finals. Spurs and Knicks. Whatever we're going to see in the next coming weeks is going to be historic. We're going to see New York win their first title in 50 years. It's New
I
York,
can't
so it's going to
believe
be
they even.
huge. And we're going to see we could see an alien coming into the league. Very young team. It probably will be the youngest team to win. I haven't looked that
Mhm.
up, but it probably will be the youngest team. So whatever we see now, we don't have the it's been what 8 years since a back-to-back champion, so almost a decade of that. We're going to see a new Spurs dynasty blossoming in front of us right now, and vice versa. The Knicks could go on a run. Like a lot of their guys are locked up, so we're seeing the outcome of all what the Knicks have put into their team when it comes to, they've traded most of their guys, you know what I mean, or most of their assets to get the team they have now, like Bridges and OG. And then we have the Spurs that just drafted really well for 5 years straight, and that's what they're at now. Connor, I'll start with you because you're a Knicks fan. Obviously, I've been only said it 45 times today. What's your thoughts going into the series, the finals? The Knicks are in the finals.
Knicks are in the finals, man. To hear Mike Breen say, finally New York fans, your Knicks are going to the final. It was like it was one of those moments. I felt like I was there, man. Like when they say like, "Oh, it hasn't sank in yet." I don't know. I was just sat there. I was like, "All right, cool, we're in the finals." But like I kind of was like laying in bed. I
All
was
right,
like,
cool.
"Holy shit!" Like we're going. Like I've only seen the Yankee. Like my only team I've ever seen win is the Yankees, and that was back in 2009. And I'm a big Yankees fan, but I'm not a huge like I'm a huge Knicks fan. I'm a huge Jets fan.
Hmm.
So I'm laying here in bed. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like. We going to like I ordered my hat, I ordered the final shirt as
Yeah,
soon as
you
the
gotta
buzzer
do
went
it.
off.
Gotta do
And
it.
just to sit here and watch this team be so bad. I've sat through the David Fizdale 16 win seasons. I've sat through the Derek Fisher triangle offense, the Phil
Jeremy
Jackson.
Lin,
I mean, yeah, like I've sat through all these years of just trash,
Iman Shumpert.
trash. I mean, y'all saw the picture, man. Put it up right here. Like the Tim Hardaway shirt. I was rocking the Tim Hardaway back in 2015 because I was like, yo, we're lit. We got Tim Hardaway
Yo, I thought
Jr.
when Tim Hardaway went there, I was like, you there.
Bro. And
I
that's
don't know
me.
why. I just love Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yo,
coming
I
like
mean,
young.
when we got Traylon Burks, I mean, I was or Trey Burke, whatever. I
You're
mean, I
naming a
was
Yeah,
just
bunch
Trey
of
like,
Burke.
mid right now.
I'm like,
Of
wow.
course, I know.
Emmanuel
And that
Mudiay.
was
I'm
like
like,
the
yo,
When they were
all-star
young, though,
savior. That was like the
young.
savior
when
supposed
they
to
were
be
young,
every
it was like,
time.
oh, they're in there.
No,
Dude, I
what was
mean,
the Kevin Knox? Come on, bro.
Kevin
I
Knox,
Like,
thought
number
Trey Burke was gonna
don't
25.
be the
start,
answer.
bro.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
start,
there's
bro.
guys that also, Langston Galloway, Lance Thomas, like guys that Chris Copeland,
Elite
that
ball knowledge.
just crazy people
Cut
that don't
deep.
even exist, man, because they're just but I was hyped. Wednesday night after homework, I put the Nick game on.
Oh, what's his name? What's his name? The old dude from fucking Europe.
Papa
Passer.
Prigioni,
Prigioni,
the
gang. Like
41-year-old rookie. I watched Baron
the
Davis, Mike Bibby, Jason
41-year-old
Kidd.
rookie.
I almost to sit here now to see how far the team has come, and just as a sports fan. I can enjoy the Spurs. I can enjoy the Knicks. I mean, either way it goes, obviously I'm going to be really happy or really, really sad. But either way, I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable. I'll probably be one of the better series that we've seen in quite some time. Without like your LeBron or your big star power. Like these guys are great, obviously, but like it's going to be sick. I mean, obviously I'm going to take the Knicks, and it's the Knicks in six.
Oh, so
And
hold on. Don't get to that. Don't
oh
Whoa.
get to
shit,
that.
my bad, my bad. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it
No, no,
out.
no. We'll keep it. Dixon, your thoughts going into this series?
Bro, I'm so conflicted in this series, fam. Like, but let's just get to the fucking predictions, fam. I can't.
Okay, go ahead, Connor. All right, Connor, you go first.
Yeah, I mean Knicks in six. It was always Knicks. It was
Dick,
always in six.
Dixon.
All right, so like I'm gonna build it up because I want to go Spurs, but history tells me Wemby not ready yet. History tells me Spurs not ready yet. OKC, you compared them, they went to the finals and got slapped by LeBron and them in the Heatles. I don't think Spurs are gonna get slapped, but I got the Knicks, man. And I've learned in this league and just in sports in general, like no one great man could beat a great team ever. Like we've seen the greatest of them all, and they haven't been able to do it. And I think this Knicks team is just a great team. But I think this is a 7 game series. Hey, we got another classic on our hands right here.
I want to say seven, but
We
I
got
can't. I'm
another
too
classic
greedy.
on our hands
So
right
greedy
here.
saying it.
This ain't the fucking Cavs. This ain't the fucking Hawks. Like, come on. This is different, bro. Tyler, who you got?
So there's a few things when I think about this series. I'm super excited. I would love for it to be 7 games, but I think it's going to be six. This series, I don't think New York has faced a defense like the defensive intensity this whole
That's what I'm
playoffs.
saying.
The Hawks gave them a good fight in the first 2 games of the
Great
playoffs, which
fight.
seems like 2 years ago now. Since then, and they won what a game-winning shot game or an all-time performance by CJ, so they had to have that just to steal a game, and then
Mm-hmm.
they beat the shit out of everybody else. Hawks, okay, kind of physical and long, young. Okay,
They play
you got the
tough, yeah.
Sixers. Hell no, no
Soft,
physicality. I mean,
soft as a
I
baby's
feel
diaper.
bad for the young players. Embiid's a joke. Moving on. The Cavs, even less. The
So,
entitlement to be there, no physicality, beat the shit out of, right? But then that goes for me to think, okay, we just saw OKC is top 3 defensive team in the league. We just saw another team match them, right? Yes, they were short, short staffs, right? But we saw another team match them, and not
mhm.
only match them, outdo them when it comes to that kind of defense. So I'm really, really interested on how that's going to happen. Like how physical they're going to get with Josh Hart, how physical they're going to get with Brunson. He will have the favorite call because, they're home first and stuff. But how ticky tack are they going to get? But then I go to New York. New York, we talked about it earlier. They're the best shooting team in the league right now in the playoffs. They're 51% field goal, 39 from three, and 62 true shooting. And they're number one in defense, like Connor mentioned. So
Crazy.
the key to New York winning this series is to keep shooting like that. Because the Spurs made OKC become a shooting only team. There was players that were constantly driving through the lane. They just going to the paint. They can't
That shit
shoot
was pissing
a
me off.
shot within 10 feet.
That shit was
Other than
pissing me off.
SGA, they had to become a mainly a 3-point shooting team, and they missed all those shots. That's why they lost the series. So if New York could shoot this, they will win, and I think they will win in 6. That they did it for 12 games.
So you got
There's
New York in 6.
there's nothing that leads to me that they can't do this again. Now, going through an intense defense, they might not shoot this well, but even shooting a little bit less than this is still really, really good. Really, really good.
And
Yeah, I
they
mean
got
they,
all the
when
experience too.
well, yeah, that's a big thing. I was listening to your guy Chris Bosh talk about it today, and he took the Knicks too because he's like, this team's been there. They
Hmm.
not maybe not to the finals, but they've been to the playoffs. They played together for so many years already. I think Mike Brown has them playing on another level. Like we saw against the Hawks, like they had that, those 2 games where we're like, what team is this? And all of a sudden they came out and it
Flip the
was like
switch.
35 points, 40 points, 50-point win, and then they never turned around. I think it was the physicality. Like, I mean, they played the Spurs. Obviously, they won the season series 2-1, but that shit doesn't matter. But how they played defense against Wemby in those games, I think, is unlocked a little something. Not saying they're gonna shut him down. Like he's still gonna
Hmm.
have at least 25.
They
Like
just
he's
guard
still
him
gonna do his
differently than
thing.
a lot of
They
people.
got
Yeah.
Yeah.
bodies
So
to throw at him though.
they had Cat guard him a little bit. Then they had OG,
Hmm.
which is I'm actually really excited. Bookmark this. OG
Whoa.
had him kind of in a blender because OG's physical. He's big, but he's not too big.
That's
His hands
tough.
are
That's
really
tough.
active. He gets a lot of steals. He can draw a foul, and he's relentless on the boards. And you throw Mitch Robinson at him, who's bigger, stronger. It's
7-footer as well.
yeah, another 7-footer and bigger. I mean, not bigger like physically, not height
Yeah, he's
wise.
way
Obviously,
thicker.
he's
Yeah.
just way thicker. Pause, but like it's. I just saw it.
I do it to myself, bro.
Yeah. I think that OG switch to Wemby you'll see that more
I'm
often than
gonna
I
keep an
think
eye
most
out
people
for that. I
think.
like that.
So it's
But
gonna be good.
plus those 3 guys, there's 15 fouls right there without them being
Yeah,
thrown out.
100%.
You be physical as
Another
hell.
thing, Chet Holmgren refused to guard Wemby, bro.
Hated it. Hated every moment of it.
Does anybody else get mad when Wemby's standing at the 3-point line?
I don't know,
Nah, I
man. His
think,
his
bro, that
release
shit's
is what, like
dangerous.
11
It
feet
should be
high.
pissing
Like,
me
Yeah.
off.
Like
Should
he's
be
one of
pissing.
the big men where like I'm okay with him shooting a three because when he makes it, it's like such an impactful three.
yeah, Cat too. Cat him are very similar. They're both big men that both can shoot the ball well. And I think that's the leverage that Cat has over Chet already.
Hey,
is that
Cat
he
been
can
running a
shoot the
little
three.
point, right?
He, I don't
They've
know
been
about
playing
that,
through
but
him a
Or
he,
he's
lot.
just like setting up out of the post type
bro,
shit.
there's times
Yeah.
where, I mean, against the Cavs, he had 14 assists one game. Like,
Yeah.
he's a great passer. He's got great vision. The problem with Cat is that he has a lot of stupid fouls that just like, there's just
Oh,
nonsense.
true.
Keeps him out of the game too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he sits way quicker and way longer than he should. That's his problem. So I don't know what that's about. If we can kind of square that away, but we'll see.
I definitely think we're gonna see a different Spurs team when it comes to what they do defensively than with what we saw with OKC. So Connor, you got them in six, New York in six. Dixon, you got New York in seven, right?
Yes, sir.
And I got New York in six. And I think the betting odds right now is New York like 200 negative 200, I think. Minus 200. Anything else y'all got to say on the playoffs?
If they
Or the
win,
finals?
if you hitting the parade,
I'll go back home for sure.
Hell yeah.
Like I'm stopping at my tattoo artist first. I'm gonna get a.
Hell yeah. Full
There's not
back,
even
please.
like a. Gonna be a Larry Bryan trophy on me with
yes,
a
sir.
Nick logo. It's gonna happen,
You're gonna
and
get
then
the
I'm gonna
team
go
photo
home.
on your back.
I'm gonna get a Jalen Brunson jersey tattoo. You're gonna see Brunson across my back. But I mean,
That's just gonna
it's
be
something like
crazy.
we talked about. Our dads got us into this, and my dad passed away when I was 13. So the last thing I have connected to him is, our sports.
Hell yeah, I feel
So
that.
so it's like we're both about to see this for the first time ever, together, and
Yeah.
it just means more. It just means more than just being a fan or just being hyped because I'm in, because the people in New York.
For sure.
It's different, man. And y'all got sons, so you're gonna feel the same thing one day too. So
No, I feel it with my pops because that's
yeah,
what he put me on to like NFL or the Dolphins
yep,
when I was like 5, 6. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
even
man.
though he's passed away, like, and for a couple years now, I can still be like, oh, I'm gonna see during Sundays. I would
Mm-hmm.
still call him, feel like, oh, I need to call him. Did he
Yep.
see that? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
I hear you,
I'm
man.
on the phone with him. Dixon, I'm sure you remember watching games with me. My dad would call
Yeah.
like 8 times during a Dolphin game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But going to the NFL, speaking of the NFL, we had some big trades. We're going to wrap this up soon, but we had some big trades
Yes,
happen
sir.
yesterday. June 1st, Connor, mistake me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the actual first day of the league year?
I believe so.
And that's why all this money and everything
Yeah,
changes, right? Like Dixon, I know for the Dolphins, we freed up, I think, like 10 or 20 mil with
yeah.
Bradley Chubb's contract. I think Tua was like 10 or 20. So like a bunch of stuff can happen. And the biggest news, shit, one of the biggest trades of last 10 years at least, the Rams got two-time DPOY, Myles Garrett. Huge, I mean, huge trade. I mean, if
Amazing.
that doesn't mean we're not going for it, I don't know what doesn't. What would that mean? Well, the Browns got a good haul, in my opinion. I think Jared Verse, we've talked about him a lot on this show. Fucking dog. He's super young, super good, super great, in my opinion. 2027 first round, 2028 second, and a 2029 third. Which, I mean, the Rams lose a pick one time in the next 3 years. So I feel like this is a win-win for both teams. What do you think, Dixon?
The Rams been on fuck them picks mentality, and they're actually one of the teams that did it. They won a Super Bowl with that mentality, and I think they're seeing, the window closing for Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, that whole era.
It's
So,
hard for me to say that, dude. He won MVP like 4 months ago.
but we know Matthew Stafford. We know what his body's been through, fam.
That's true.
Like any given moment, it could be it. But I think this puts them as like clear favorites. Like this is crazy. You're getting like an all-time great at the end of his prime, but still in his prime though.
I mean,
Very much.
sack
Actually,
historic. He's in his
in the
prime,
prime in the
right?
prime of his prime. Yeah, he just had the all-time sack record on
And
a
for
trash team. On a trash team.
but for Cleveland, this is like selling high. This is like as high as he can get
I mean,
for asking price.
I think it was one of those weird situations where like the city, the team, and the superstar are all good with this trade. Cleveland was like, "We love you, fam, but we took you as far as we could take you. You're better
So it's
than
kind of
this."
like what KG was to the Wolves.
Exactly, bro.
Okay.
And it was one of those rare like left on good terms.
Okay. Connor, what do you think of this trade?
Yeah, I mean, I think it couldn't have been a more, I can't say it's even, but a great trade for both sides, right? So, that window is like this much open for the Rams. I think, Stafford's turning 39 this coming year. So he's literally at the tail end of it. Like he does not have, I know he won the MVP. I get all that, but like, one big hit, that
Hmm.
can, I mean, you look at Aaron Rodgers, he got the same thing. Like obviously he's 42, but different player, doesn't run as much. So I
Trust me, we
think
know about that. We lived the last 3 years. One hit, that's all it
exactly.
takes.
So, I mean, you got Myles Garrett, obviously weirdly still in his prime, but also is 30 years old. So like, he only has a couple,
Yeah.
years left on that. I can't even know if it's a,
Yeah,
if it,
can he get better? You know what I
I don't
mean?
know, man. But Jared Verse is 25, so you get more out
Yeah.
of him, younger. He's still a great player, but still has a little bit to learn. So, I mean, I think both sides kind of won here, and Cleveland got a bunch of picks, great, and big quarterback draft class this year. So
Yo,
we'll
so
see.
going from Jared versus side, like Cleveland's defense is no slouch.
Yeah,
No.
Like,
And
it
they've
was
been
a
I feel like
killing.
they always got a good defense.
their offense is booty cheeks, but bro, their defense was they got a lot of young good players on that
No,
team.
they've been doing great in the drafts. I mean, apart from the whole QB room thing, they've been
Yeah.
drafting great. Like the running back last year, the rookie was great. Tight end rookie last year was great too. So I'm excited to see what they got going.
Would Aaron Donald come back for this
A
situation,
hundred.
Dixon?
Hey, wait, you heard it here first. He's definitely coming back. The fuck? The guy still lives like he's in the NFL for no reason. He's rich as fuck in his mansion, family chilling, and he still lifts like he got a game on Sunday. Now this guy comes back. He has a chance to win another ring with pretty much the same foundational team that he already won with. Hell yeah, he's coming back. Fuck yeah, he's coming
Connor,
back.
what do you think?
I mean, if I was him, I'd come back. Like I think this team is better overall. Like they got better receivers. The defense is unbelievable. Stafford's obviously great. So I mean, if you were ever gonna do it, like, well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever were gonna do it, this is the situation. But
Like 1 year,
I don't
like
That's
yeah,
know.
that's
it.
it.
And I don't want this to bite me in the ass in 6 months when he's like sack leader and shit. But does we always talk about this is like, yo, if you take a year off, like man, you could be a couple letter grades behind.
For
And he's
sure.
taking
But
2 years off.
he's also
Like
lifting
you have the
500
same.
pounds still.
No, I
Yo.
understand. I understand. And he's younger than some of the players that are, like
Yeah.
Khalil Mack and shit. He's younger than him. I don't know. I just part of me thinks like, man, that would be so fucking cool to see. But I don't think he does. I really don't.
Mm.
I think maybe a
I think he said some. Seen a
late
tweet or
season
some shit.
pickup.
If he did come back, it would be like, yeah, like preseason time. Like
Yeah.
he would have to skip all the mini camp and all that shit.
If he did come back, that would be some Avengers shit on that D
That
line.
would be fire. Holy
It'd be
shit.
crazy.
That would be like Madden fantasy draft shit.
Yo, looking at like so I know Dixon knows, but telling the audience, I collect Super Bowl newspapers. So like when KC won, I got their newspaper, their Kansas City Super Bowl, championship spread. That's just I've been doing it since 2020. So I do it with the NFL and NBA. Looking at the Rams one, when Ramsey is holding up Aaron Donald, right? It's some Avenger shit. When you
Yeah.
have a picture of Von Miller holding Aaron Donald, after they won, it's like, wow, that actually happened. And it's awesome historically because it's
Oh, Von
like,
Miller was on that Rams team too?
yeah, remember
Yeah,
it
he
was like
was.
a mid-season trade.
OBJ.
OBJ, yeah, it was like, wow, all these big names and they're, Ramsey, maybe not the absolute prime, but he was a top five in position. OBJ was
Hall of
trying to
Famer.
revive his career. So it was like Vaughn was, his window was closing physically. But yeah, it's I hope he does. I don't think he will though. think it's just like a fun story.
We'll see. I think he will.
So another big trade that happened yesterday, AJ Brown leaves Philadelphia to go to New England for a 2028 first and a 2027 fifth. Connor, I'll start with you. What'd you think of this trade?
I feel like this was one that we were kind of just waiting for to happen like over the last like year or so.
Yeah.
Like I think
2 years,
even
yeah.
during the year this season, we're all like, all right, is this gonna happen yet or what? Like, what's happening? Like you could see the tension, you could hear it in the
Mhm.
interviews, and AJ Brown's reading the book on the sidelines, and this whole weird relationship with Jalen Hurts is not so great anymore. And I know we talked about it a little bit. We'll get into that a different day, but a lot of stuff had to go down for this to happen. I feel like Kyrie Roseman did get max value for him. First round pick for AJ Brown. He's an older receiver now. Like he's still good, but I mean to get a first rounder and then a fifth out of it too, like pretty great. And then
He's not
obviously,
washed though. He's not
no,
washed.
definitely not washed,
No,
but
no.
older
Yeah.
receiver. Like he's
Yeah.
not your JSN or Garrett Wilson or things
Yeah.
like that. But Drake May just gets another big weapon.
Fuck, that's what I'm saying. Like, wow, Drake May gets better. Great. Like,
Yeah, fantastic.
And a motivated AJ Brown too. Can't
Yeah,
forget that.
this is like a Tom Brady, Randy Moss kind of thing. Like, are we gonna have to deal with
don't
this
say that.
again?
Don't put that in the universe. Please don't
Tyler,
do
you
that.
know he gonna ball. Hey,
He's
you know he
gonna.
gonna ball,
Yo, I know
bro.
he is. On Sundays when he's playing across those fish, he's gonna cook them,
Ugh.
bro. I already
He's gonna
know.
go crazy.
I already know. I
Yeah, the
already know.
writing's been on the wall for this though. Like 2
Yeah,
years now.
Man, that book shit, I can't get over that.
ridiculous, man.
That's crazy. Like you're in an NFL game when there's people like you have to be locked in and you're just like checking out off drives. Like I don't care if it's like motivation, like get a piece of paper or some shit
Yeah.
where you can read it. Like give me like the Chat GPT summed up version of this of what I'm trying to read. Like, but just checking out, checking in. I'm surprised we didn't
And
catch
like
anybody.
showing off to the world that you're
That's what
checking
I'm
out.
saying. Like, why are you so performative with this?
Performative, bro.
Like, yo,
I
you're a
can't lie.
baller. Like, get on the field. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
That's me. That's me. That's me. Yeah, that's all I got, y'all.
Yeah, that's
A
it for me. I
fantastic
actually got to get
episode.
going. Great episode.
Fantastic episode. Connor, good luck with your Knicks. I will
Appreciate
be
it,
rooting
fellas.
for
Yes, sir.
them.
We'll be locked in.
I want to see history no matter what. So it would be cool to see the Spurs win, but you're my boy. I really hope the Knicks win.
Appreciate
So you
that.
could just see a ring, bro. I'm a
Be
root.
nice, man.
I'm being on it. Like, hey, take this because I'll tell you what. Next year when the season starts, it's back to fuck them Knicks. I'm just letting you know. It's an East thing, bro.
We're
Don't
here
take
now.
it personal. It's an
Hey,
East
I
thing.
expect nothing less from you guys.
Right, but right now it's this window. I'm rooting for your Knicks
Appreciate it,
The
man.
whole
for
East is
you.
riding with the Knicks right now.
Yo, real quick, but talking
Yeah.
about next year, y'all seen the Giannis smoke, right? Yo, just
Yeah,
And
real
I had
quick.
a
I've seen
question
it
for y'all,
before.
but I'm gonna save it. But
Oh, you all
just
seen it?
just to tease that,
Let's
just for
keep an eye on it.
next episode, think about it on when we close.
Preview.
All right,
Would
homework.
you rather have the Heat get Giannis or the Dolphins get Archie?
Okay, all right. I mean,
Think about it. Think
I don't
about
need
it.
to,
We'll get
but okay,
back.
I got you. Yeah.
Think
Holy
about the
shit.
longevity of the decision and what it can do for the
Holy
franchise.
shit.
Just saying.
Chill. Archie hasn't showed shit yet.
We're
Just
gonna
saying.
leave on that note.
All right.
That's it.
Hey, if you're still listening, appreciate y'all. Dixon, Connor, my boys. Great episode. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Have a good night. We'll see y'all after the finals. Hopefully 7 games. I'll holla at you.
Better.
Deuces.
Hits and hoop season.